welcome back to another video here on the channel, guys. My name is Ites, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some Battlegrounds secrets that will help you guys stay alive in certain situations. It's going to be like a little tip series that I'm going to be doing because playing this game, it's a new game. Playing the game, I'm seeing tons of players that might not understand the battle round mechanic. They want to get better at the game, and they ultimately want to better their chances at winning and getting more kills. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this brand new series where I'm gonna do hints and tips for you guys. But if I don't say a tip or a hint that you guys feel like I should be saying, feel free to comment it down below, and what I'll do is I will shout that person out in the next video. I will link their channel down below and I will say their tip from the previous comment section video, and I'll put it into the new video. So the first tip that I want to bring to your attention is, and it's something I see a lot actually, when you're entering a house or you think you're going to have a close quarter, battle or gunfight, you want to be going to either full auto on your SMGs, on your ARs, or burst mode on the M16, purely because it's faster to just hold the trigger down than to keep tapping. And there's been many situations where I've gone into a building and I thought my gun is on full auto and it wasn't. And I've pressed the trigger once thinking, yeah, I'm going to shred this dude. And I just haven't, because it's actually on single fire. And you can actually change the firing mode by pressing B within Battlegrounds. So make sure when you're entering buildings, close quarters, even if you're in a field and there's a guy behind a tree that's very close to you, you want to be going to full auto or burst mode on the M16. It can shred people, it can murk people, and it can keep you alive. This is for early game, mid game, and late game. Now, this next tip is to do with your mini map. Now, if you're inside a building and you can hear footsteps outside the building, don't panic like my cousin Verby does. Say, who's outside my building? Don't panic. Just take a look at your mini map. Listen to where the footsteps are. If you're facing north and the footsteps are on your left, that means the footsteps is to the west. Look at the mini map. See which way is west. See if there's a teammate to your west. If there's not, there's obviously an enemy outside your building. A lot of the time, if you watch videos where I'm playing with my cousin or even other friends as well, they will say, is that you outside my building? You don't even have to say that. You can literally just take a look at the minimap, see where your teammates are, whether you're in duos or squads, and then you can just make a decision on whether there's a person outside the building or there's a person inside your house, say. It could be a teammate. You'll see them on the minimap if it is. If it's not a teammate, you won't see them on the minimap. Another little tip with the minimap is actually one that one of my buddies, TG, told me about. Now, the white squares on the minimap or even on the map when you press M represent 100 meters. The yellow squares represent 1,000 meters. If you count the white boxes or the white squares with inside the yellow squares, there'll be 10 of them. 10 100 meters equal 1,000 meters. So if you ever need to take shots at like a long distance, you can always just either take a look on the mini map if they're, like 200 or 300 meters. But if they're further than that, you can actually open up the map, count how many squares away roughly they are, and then make a judgment on that. I don't see a lot of people changing the zeroing on the guns. I think it's because they don't understand the distances or whatever. But another 2 good tips for you guys right there. Now, another tip that I use a lot, and I use this more so in the late game than any other place, right? And it's taking cover where you might not think you have cover. Now, this game is like a cover shooter, so you want to be always in cover. You rarely want to take a gunfight in the open, because 9 times out of 10, the person you're fighting will have cover. You're under pressure. You will be at a disadvantage, even if it's mentally. Like, being under pressure and not having confidence is a big part of this game. And if you're in an open field and there's a dude behind a tree, you automatically going to be less confident about killing him. Now, little ridges and pockets of cover can provide places to hide. I'm talking like a ridge that goes up and a pocket that goes down. So say, for instance, like a little dip in the ground. You can lay down in that. You can crouch in that and people won't be able to see you. Even if it's late game, you can crawl through the grass, and then you can be like, if you're playing solos, you can be top 3 quite easily by just crawling into the safe zone from afar away. Now, the tiniest ridge and the tiniest dip in the ground can provide you with cover. Be sure to look out for them. Be sure to move to them. If there's no tree, if there's no rock, if there's no little shack or building, look for places on the ground that you can either lay down or crouch behind. Another tip is the force field meter. Now, the little blue line with the running man above the mini-map on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. The left side is the force field. The right side is the safe zone. The running man or the white man in the middle is your character. The closer you are to the left means the closer you are to the force field. The closer you are to the right is the closer you are to the safe zone. Now, bear in mind, guys, that in this game, there's no alarm to tell you that the safe zone or the force field is moving. So what you guys want to be doing is you want to be keeping an eye on this little meter right here. You want to be moving early, depending on how far you are. I'm going to say like 20 seconds per 100 meters. So if you need to run, 600 meters, you want to be leaving, 45 to 1 minute before it leaves. Like that's the sort of time that I'd give you guys in order to start moving. This is very, very important because getting caught out by the safe zone is the last thing you want. It does damage. And also, a little tip for the safe zone actually is when you get, or when the safe zone and the force field become one, when the force field gets to where the safe zone is and then it creates a new safe zone, it does double the damage. So if it's, say if it does like 2 HP while it's moving, once it gets to where it needs to be, it will do 4 HP. So it does double the damage when it gets to the safe zone. Now, these are 5 tips that I hope will help you guys out. Be sure to leave your tips in the comments down below. I will shout you out in the next video. I will link your channel and I will show your tip on screen. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of the love and support in the videos recently. Please go ahead and leave a thumbs up. That'd be massively, massively appreciated. I've been Ites. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in another video very, very soon.